I see people joining in. Welcome everyone. Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes more. More people come in.
Nandit is also there. I think that you guys have Node.js installed. Yes, it's a prerequisite. Quite good. Wait for 5 to 10 minutes.
I think we are good to go. Just wait for 1 more minute and we'll start the session. Okay, let's start. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's workshop. We have with us today Piyush and Nandit from Protocol Labs. Thank you so much for taking the time out. With Piyush, we will be talking about minting NFTs with Polygon and possibly code with him. Moreover, we will be giving away cool facts to people along the way. Feel free to ask questions down in the Q&A tab and Piyush will try to answer your queries. Without further ado, let's begin the workshop. Over to you, Piyush.
Okay, so guys, hello, my name is Piyush. I'm Dev Advocate at Protocol Labs. You can follow me on Twitter. And next for this today, we have a quite good agenda. First, let me introduce what Protocol Labs is. Protocol Labs is an open source R&D lab which have lots of companies in it, or a network of companies, you can say. So one of them is IPFS. You might know it as peer-to-peer protocol, which making the web upgradable, resilient, and more open. Then we have Filecoin, which is decentralized storage network to store humanity's most important information. You can think of it like a Airbnb of cloud. So for sure, NFTs are booming, no doubt on it. Either it's OpenSea, Zora, or any other marketplace you go on, or with the gaming or metaverse thing, completely, it's boom there. So NFT data and what lesson we have from the rug pull story. So like if we store them on the centralized servers or like that, then your metadata can be changed, which ultimately become a pointless NFT at a long run. So for data persisted, and ultimately the content persistent is the main problem, which ultimately IPFS Filecoin solves in general. So I think I will be going quite deep with the content addressing and stuff. So I mean, basically, you have your own fingerprint, uh, which can't be replicated back. Just you have to compare, and like ultimately you do it with hash. Similarly, it's here, and yeah, lots of the things. So now let's jump to directly to the minting tutorial. So yeah, I think we can drop off them a link which you can use for the starter kit. Okay, so basically in this tutorial, we will teach you how to mint NFT with Polygon. I even have to stop share and again share. Yeah. So yeah, you can just clone it quickly. Yeah, till the time I will give you some time to clone it and be at this level where I am at this moment. So in this tutorial, you will be going through minting process with NFT.storage via Polygon, which is a L2 scaling solution for Ethereum. It's often chosen by developers because it's quite easy for Ethereum developers, as well as its speed is quite high with lower transaction fee. And yeah, then the tutorial will walk you through the creation and deployment of standardized smart contract storing metadata and assets on Filecoin and IPFS via NFT.storage API, and minting the NFT to your own wallet. So some prerequisites you will need. One, you should have knowledge about NFTs. And second, you should have Node.js installed. So if you have downloaded, then you just have to do npm install. So it will install most of the things for you, like hard hat ethers, open zipling, then nft.storage, which is a library to connect NFT storage API, and .NET, .env, which is a library to handle environment files. So before that, you will need many things into line. Oh, sorry, I have to share my screen again. Oh, where is my Chrome? Okay. Yeah, let me know if my Chrome is completely visible. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I have to share it again. Chrome. Where is Chrome? Yeah, there is Chrome. Okay, so you got this thing. Secondly, you have to log in into nft.storage. So I have logged into with my GitHub account. You can log in with your mail. The third thing, you will need your MetaMask. So you can just download MetaMask and it will be available here. Then you will need some faucet into your Matic Mumbai network. So before that, you have to set up your network. which you can do. I'm giving you time to set up. So yeah, you can do it before me if at least at some point. So you have to be at Matic Mumbai testnet, which you can find it via MetaMask, add to Polygon Mumbai testnet, and you should have all these details which are present here. I am even dropping it in chat for your convenience. So try to add it as fast as you can. Then just you have to copy your address and paste it here and you will get some faucet. I already have some, so I will be not going through that. And yeah, let me share and start. Okay. So yeah, you have your faucet. You should have Visual Studio Code. One more thing is a prerequisite and a Solidity extension, though it's not required in general. So we have already installed hard art and all, which even I'm paste. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So with this link, you can. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I've already shared the link. So now you have to just go to your hardart.config file, then a normal hardart.config file, how it looks like. So basically, it starts with the nomenclature ethos.js, .env config, and you just have to bring your private key, which is present in .env already. So I have already pasted. You can have a .env file rather than .env.example. You can paste your private key and your NFT storage API. Then you have to export your model. Yeah, I personally prefer a I personally prefer a dedicated RPC. So just I will use my own dedicated RPC in place of this Mumbai RPC here. Then in the end, I have to do the Solidity version and stuff. Closer. Yeah, I think comma is missing. Okay. So this hardart configuration file is done. I'm bringing the private key from .env file. Then I have set up Polygon Mumbai. You can even write chain ID 80001. Chain ID is for Mumbai testnet. But I have already set up it as default. So in this tutorial, you will not need it. Then like we have already set up .env file. So your private key, which you have to bring it from your MetaMask and your API key. Then you have to go into your asset store asset file, where you have to bring lots of things. You have to import file from nft.storage, then file from file storage, then .env.config. Sorry, .env.config. Just give me a second. I'll drink some water. Second, we will do something like we are calling our API key from env file. Then we will be creating a function, or let me do it and then I'll explain in general. So basically main part is the store asset function, which creates the new client connecting nft.storage using API key. You can create it earlier. Next, we will introduce the metadata. Sorry, this is the metadata. So it consumes, it's consisting of name, description, and the image. Know that you're reading the NFT asset directly from the file system. From the asset directory. At the end, the function, we will print the metadata URL. So we just have to, okay, let me save it. Hope you guys even were able to do it. And I will run it. Oh, what it's saying. Asset. Oh, okay. I have to change it to Buffalo. I have kept it Buffalo image. So Buffalo. Buffalo, sorry. Oh my God, what is happening? Let me clear this screen. Okay, it is doing its work. Yeah, it has done. Now you have your uh, CID. So you can just copy it or store it somewhere or let it be here itself. Next, what we will do, we will be doing and creating our smart contract, which will be an open zipling, security based smart contract. So here we are. So first line is of course Pragma Solidity, and I've taken the latest version. I will be importing some files from OpenZipLink, or let me just write it quickly and then we'll explain to you. So that till the time you will even get some time to grasp it and copy it as possible. So to be valid NFT, your smart contract must be implemented with the ERC 721 standard. So we use the implementation of OpenZipLink library, which already provides a set of basic functionality and adhere to the standard. On top of our smart contract, we imported three OpenZipLink smart contract classes. One is ERC721.sol, which contains the implementation of basic methods of ERC721 standard, which is our NFT smart contract, which will inherit. So we will use ERC721 URI storage.sol, which is an extension to store not just the asset but the metadata as a JSON file off chain. Like the contract, this JSON file needs to adhere to ERC721. Then we have counters, which is ultimately provides the counters, just the increment or decrement by one. So our smart contract uses counters to keep the track of number of NFTs which is minted with their unique ID. Then we have ownerable, which will which we have set up for the access controls of our smart contract. Like we want in this to like just owner should be able to mint it. So yeah, so after the import part, we have this counter function. So sorry, it's not a function. It's just if you open the OpenZipLink file, then you will be able to see that it's a library, and ultimately this is a struct which we are calling it from OpenZipLink. And yeah, I'm really sorry. Okay, yeah. So next, in this constructor, we will pass two strings for the name of smart contract and symbol, which represents wallet. In wallet, you can change them whenever you whatever you like. So finally, we have the mint NFT function, which has which has actually methods of only owner we have given. So that's a modifier, so that only owner can execute the smart contract and mint NFT ultimately. So it address recipient specifies the address that will receive NFT first. Then we have token URI. So it's a URI that should be resolved to JSON document that describes the NFT metadata in case it's already sorted on NFT.storage. And yeah, we have mint function, and we are calling mint function and set URI function ultimately. And this is for the increment part of token. I think you are able to get it. Now we will, for deploying this contract, we have to go, let's save it first. Let's go to deploy contract.js file, where we just have to have just a single simple file So basically, deployment of contract is done with the helper functions, which is provided by hard hat library. So ultimately, we first we get the smart contract we created in the previous step with the provided factory. Then we deploy it by scaling the respective methods and wait for the deployment to be completed. So yeah, there are just few lines below. We just have to save it and just run it. So I will be even pasting for you guys. So this is the one for deployment. I'm not getting if it's deployed. Okay, I have to remove it from here. What is this command? Oh, sorry, I have kept clear before this. Yeah, exception occur, module not defined. Okay, so what we will do? Oh, that's a blunder. If anyone is able to find some errors, let me know. Okay, we have the deployment script. I think we haven't saved this. Yeah, we haven't saved this. Okay, now we will be able to run it. Contract is done. Contract is completely done. Deploy file is done. I've opened the Discord. Script deploy and network is Polygon Mumbai. Yeah, I'm doing the same, man. Module is not defined. Which reference? Okay, let's see it together. My Discord is open just a minute. So let's do it in another way. Let's go through. So we have done the hard hat part, right? For the contract, let me check it again. If anything is missing, I don't think so it's missing. Then for deploy one, yeah, I think it's good now. Let's do it again. Okay. Oh, it's an error import pages file. Oh, okay. Let me do one thing. Let me stop and just share it again. Okay. I'm not sure which screen is visible to you guys. So let's deploy. Yeah, I think I don't have asset in that. So I have removed my .env file from there. Okay. Yeah, now I think it will deploy. Just wait for a while. Okay, it is taking lots of time. Too fast almost. Yeah, it's deployed. Then next, what we have to do, our contract is deployed. Then we have to do mint. I'm sorry, I've stopped share screen. Just give me a sec. Okay, I need to share it again. Is that, yeah. Okay. So then we will have to do for mint nft.js file, which ultimately leverages us to minting of our NFT. So this is the ultimate basic file, but we have to have the contract address as well as the metadata. So, okay, I have cleared the screen. So let me, again, it stopped. just give me a second. Okay, where is that? Okay. Here. So I have done the store part. I'm doing it again just because I have to take the contract address and stuff in our mint file. So this is the contract address. This is the key, and even I have to remove the metadata JSON part. I will save it. Then I have to just run this mint nft.js part. So yeah, let's do it. So ultimately, it will take the contract and this image CID, and it is done. So it is deployed. Yeah, I mean, let me know how many of you were able. Okay, what was the error you are getting? Okay, I was stopped my camera. Okay, what error you are getting? Error occurring. To rectify the error. So, okay, let me give you complete code. But though, first of all, let me know who were able to set it up completely. And if you can share your screenshot in the chat, that will be great. Else, I have already deployed this on Polygon docs. So you can even check it out there. So yeah, let me even come back to slides. There are slides. Okay. Yeah, just give me a second. I'm not able to access slides. Yeah, minting. Share screen. Yeah, now I'm able to see. So if any one of you was able to set up these things, then it's quite great. If you have done, you can tag me on Twitter, as well as you can ping here as well, so that we can give some of them a swag kit. Tab University for learning these things. Yeah, you can start from there. So basically, we focus on this yellow layer, uh, which comes above Filecoin and IPFS. So one of this is NFT.storage, other is Web3.storage, then S3 is there, then Textile is there. So basically, Textile has recently built up a bridge between Filecoin and Polygon. So yeah, that's even a great one. Then you can even use Flex to uh, you know drop your website on a decentralized web. Then yeah, I think I have covered few things. I have to go. Okay. Yeah. Even you can check out some other documentation regarding NFT.storage, but I will ping you these after you will have some doubts. So before that, let me ping you this, where you can find all the things regarding IPFS Filecoin and Polygon in general. Even the documentation is available here. If you are following Filecoin in general, so you have set it up before. So one is S3. You can use S3 and build projects around S3. Second is NFT.storage, and the same tutorial link is available here. Then Web3.storage. So generally, people confuse it between these three. What are they differ? So NFT.storage is just for NFTs in general, you can say. Web3.storage is a sister company of NFT.storage, but in general, you can use it for any other purposes as well. So generally, it is used in gaming purposes. And S3 is for many high intensive data uploading. So yeah, S3 is used there, like in Metaverse. Then you can even check out Filecoin Polygon Bridge and our other stuffs. And if you have any questions, some good questions, we will be picking them up. Okay. What is ERC 721 standard? Okay. So yeah, even in conclusion, let me even give it to you some things. Like in this tutorial, what you have learned in the end-to-end Polygon and NFT.storage tutorial. So it's basically you have deployed a custom smart contract meant to your own NFT specific to our needs, right? So for tutorials, we have just used a simple example of ERC 721, just to showcase, just a simple logic that governs the NFT lifecycle in general, you can say. But if you want to go for complex, then you can check out ERC 1155. Why do you use only ERC 721? Yeah, you can use both. It depends. If you want to go in depth of NFTs, then I will refer you to go to nftschool.dev. But if you're asking in general, go to hardhat.config file. Okay, you can check out in this tutorial if you're not able to do it. Yeah, I just have built this just to have a interaction with you guys. So yeah. So in a conclusion, I would say, Open Zipling is a very great place to start on. So it's a contract wizard in general, you can say. So yeah, you can even do it on Polygon mainnet. So yeah, what's her Twitter ID? Yeah, it's underscore, it's Piyush. Yeah, you can keep it in small. So if you were able to do it on Polygon mainnet, then you can show it on your OpenSea and even can sell it or something like that. Now, I think we would like to bring Lighthouse in the spotlight, and over to you, Nandit.
Yeah, thank you, Piyush, very much. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I think it's always tricky to get the demo completely right when you do it live. So I'll share my screen too. And yeah, it should be visible now, right?
Right.
So as you saw in the presentation that Piyush just gave up, like there is this layer of IPFS and Filecoin, but above that, there are these various storage helpers that you can use to interact with IPFS and Filecoin indirectly. Lighthouse is also one of that my team has built. So what essentially it does is it allows the ability to pay once and store your files forever. So imagine like whatever NFTs or any other files that you are storing today. Ultimately, that is a JPEG or MP4 files getting stored somewhere, and somebody has to pay for that file. Now, most of the time, how we are accustomed to, let's say, if most of you might have used Google Drive, iCloud, or any other storage system, and whenever you exceed the higher limit of, let's say, the 10 GB free storage, then you have to pay for that storage. And most of the time, it is a recurrent paying option that every month or every year you will pay some amount to those storage services. But we think that for Web3 native products like NFTs, and generally if you use any kind of storage for Web3 projects, there should be a mechanism that allows you to just pay once and store your files forever. And that's where Lighthouse comes in. So on a product side, like there is this endowment pool model, which is there, which would allow to, pay for your files till a longer period of time. So what generally happens is whenever a user stores a file, some amount of it directly goes towards making a storage deal with the miner. So let's say your file is stored for 1 year of time, while the remaining amount goes to this common endowment pool where it is like invested, and there are some DeFi mechanics that occurs that grows the endowment pool, and your file is now stored and it's paid forever. Like you do not have to pay for it ever again. So that is a pretty beautiful concept. So again, like we build on top of Filecoin, like Filecoin has this huge storage capacity. It is very cheaper storage option, but you have to again manage the recurrent payments again and again. So there is this another protocol RB, which allows this ability to, pay one store forever, but it is pretty expensive. It is like $10 a GB, which is like a pretty huge cost if you're building apps. So what Lighthouse does, we build on top of Filecoin, but we do it on a much cheaper way. Like we give you the ability that you just pay once for the file, and it would be stored for 100 years to come. That's the protocol guarantee is. So let me go on to the demo. I'll not go into the total coding part because Piyush has already covered a lot of that. So this is our website, lighthouse.storage. You can open in your browsers. And these are some of the important commands that you will require. So for example, to install Lighthouse package into your system, just use npm install -g for global Lighthouse Web3. You can just copy here and then use it in your system. Then go to this wallet command to create a new wallet. And you need to top it up with some tokens, be it Matic, be it BSC tokens or Phantom tokens, or you can even use Mumbai testnet to connect to the Lighthouse at the moment if you do not want to pay actual money. And then it's like when your wallet is topped up, you just do Lighthouse Web3 and use the deploy command, and whatever the file, or even you can deploy a whole folder with all the files in it, and it will give you an estimate of the cost. Again, if you're on a test network, you need not worry about this. And then you will get straight away an IPFS hash, a link where you can see the actual file. And then you can, check what is the status of the file when you give this IPFS hash, which is unique for every file. The name of the file comes up, the size comes up, and how many replications across various Filecoin miners have been made. So I think we made this another file storage dApp, which interacts with our npm package to be an example for you guys. Although you can see here that this is a CLI tool and an npm package, but you can also use it in your React apps. So that's pretty beautiful. So we built this internally for demonstration that how you can use Lighthouse package. So let me just show it how we have built it, how it can be used. So just connect it with your MetaMask. It will ask you to sign in. Again, here we are using React for the front end part. Then we are using Web3.js to connect with MetaMask. But for all the storage stuff, we are using Lighthouse. So here are my current files. I can just click on any file and see what is the IPFS hash, how much did I pay for it, when was it created, and what's the size. If I just click on this icon, okay, I think this is a raw file, but let me show an image. So you can see the image as well. And then there is this feature that, okay, you can get all of your NFT collections here. And we are yet to, release a mint NFT feature that you can use directly to mint NFTs from this UI based app. Again, important for creators, but why it is important for you guys is you can take inspiration from this, how you can use Lighthouse, how you can use IPFS in your projects. So let me just demonstrate. If I want to upload a file, and let me select one of the files, and yeah, let it be this. So it just prompts me to sign that I am the person who is adding this file to Lighthouse. And then it asks for some minimal payment in Matic tokens according to the size of the file, and then you just confirm it. And then it will be visible on your dashboard. So what I'll do, one more thing, is leave this whole code in here. We just made this public today evening itself. So I'll leave this in the chat if I can. Yeah, I can do it. Where is the chat? Yeah, here it is. So if you are a React developer, if you're already this repo will be pretty useful for you because this is the whole code of this website. If you want to use it right now, you can go to this link, files.lighthouse.storage, as you can see in here. But the key purpose of this GitHub repo is to, be an example for you guys that how you can use a Lighthouse package in your apps. So moving back to the presentation, again, there are some mechanics on how the whole Lighthouse works, and maybe you all need not get into that, but just to give a glimpse of it, the storage, we use IPFS and Filecoin, and the smart contracts where you get this proof that you actually stored and paid for the file. It is on these EVM based chains like Polygon, BSC, Phantom. You can use that. And then there is an economics behind it, like why and how does it works that you just pay once and it's like stored forever, which is out of the scope of this discussion, but we can definitely discuss that offline. So you can experiment and build various kind of applications. Again, it could be used not just for NFTs, but any kind of storage, like any kind of Web3 storage for your projects that you want during the hackathon. These are some of the examples that you might want to screenshot if you want to use IPFS and Filecoin for the hackathons. And yeah, thank you. Like this is a QR code that will direct you to Discord to ask any questions. So if you want to take a note of that, and thank you very much. If there are any questions, I can answer that. And over to you, Piyush.
Yeah, there are some good questions. Like one I've asked, once we mint NFT, how do we use it and how do we verify it? So I think it can be verified via file swim, if I'm not wrong. The explorer of Filecoin. And yeah.
What was the question again?
Yeah, once we mint NFT, how do we use it and how do we verify it?
Yeah, I think the ownership of the NFT is pretty much on your wallet address. So you just go to even Etherscan or Polygon Scan is now offering that you can see what all NFTs you own. Just click and you can check that.
But more of
just go. And I think one good thing is what demo that Piyush just showed. So if you had your wallet address, just go to OpenSea.io and go to your profile. It will even be visible there is itself your NFT that you just created using Piyush tutorial.
Yeah, even someone have asked regarding Lighthouse. Okay, we will take it later first. So yeah, no, you don't need Express.js, Ether. Second, what is L2 solution? So L2 scaling solutions like Polygon is on top of Ethereum. So like on Ethereum, your gas price is pretty high. That's why Polygon and any other L2 to Ethereum comes into picture where your gas price is pretty low comparatively. Like Polygon is a bunch of chains in its own. Like just Polygon POS is pretty crazy. So you can check that out as well. Second, oh, too fast. I'm sorry, I was too fast. Okay, next, what is ERC 721 and why do we use? Yeah, it depends. I mean, if you need very complex coding, then you can go for ERC 1155. So basically, ERC 721 standard is generally preferable just because it is can have a single copy of your NFT, you can say. But when you want to ultimately have multiple copies of same NFTs, then ultimately you can use ERC 1155 and ultimately airdropping used to, I mean, lot of people have airdrop tokens. Okay, yeah, example. So yeah, you can change the example NFT Utkarsh to your contract code. Yeah. Yes, Filecoin is a layer 2 to IPFS, you can say, because it's a blockchain based storage solution, which I've already said it's a Airbnb of cloud. You can consider it like that. I want to store geospatial data in blockchain. What should I choose, IPFS or Filecoin? So I mean, I will recommend to choose Filecoin and show these things to you. Okay, let me know. So ultimately, your data will be on IPFS. Then the network layer, which is libp2p, so it will be stored there. And ultimately, if you are going to Mars, we will be storing your data and taking it to Mars. And yeah, you can catch up from there. So ultimately, just let's say if you are on Mars and you want to call your IPFS data, just you have to call it once, and then you can call it internally from Mars itself. So yeah, very good question, Akash. Yeah, please write your Discord ID as well. Okay, so do Lighthouse have its own servers, Nandit?
Yeah, so we essentially use like this. We do not have, first of all, our own storage. We use storage miners of Filecoin network. What we do have is our set of validator nodes, which is like a bridge between your Ethereum smart contracts and the users' files and the Filecoin miners. So we do have our own middleware. Like right now, it's just we are running that within our company. But more than that, now in coming month, anyone can run that validator, Lighthouse validator. But essentially, the storage is happening on Filecoin, and that is our key, I would say, layer 0 underneath Lighthouse.
Next question is, what is the difference between IPFS, Filecoin, and Pinata? So basically, IPFS is interplanetary file system. Pinata is just a pinning service of IPFS, and Filecoin provides the storage ability. And even with NFT.storage, you can even pin it on directly on Filecoin. You can say it like that. Okay, so Rishabh, please drop your Discord ID as well. Yeah, okay. So Dave, we will go for Anish G, because he has a basic question for ERC 721, ERC 1155.
Okay.
Then Akash Keshwani,
Okay.
Ankit Singh, Rishabh Raj Rai Zada. Sorry अगर मैं गलत does IPFS actually works in outer space? No. Okay. Any other questions you have? I think I have answered one. Yeah. Okay, Kishore. We can even give it to Kishore Pawar.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So how many? Yeah. How many are there?
So there are about five lucky swag winners.
Okay, anyone is able to do it now? Till now, anyone is able to do the setup after getting complete docs as well? I'm sorry, I was too fast for that. I generally don't feel when I was I get into flow. Okay, Nandit, there is another question for Lighthouse. After deploying to my NFT to Lighthouse, how can we deploy it to OpenSea? Okay, it's not for Lighthouse, or it is, yeah.
I think overall, when you own any NFT, like when you create NFT using NFT storage, even Lighthouse or any other system out there, ultimately, if you log into OpenSea using your wallet address, which owns that NFT, you will be able to see it there, either in the created section or collectible section. So it's not like you add into OpenSea. Why will you require OpenSea? Is like when you want to sell it, but you can even create that part on your own. You can create your own OpenSea like marketplace.
Yeah, even you can check out NFT.storage, roadmap ultimately, how we are gonna form a DAO itself. So it's a crazy things going on in Filecoin ecosystem, as well as you can check out fbm.filecoin.io. You just have to type that and you will got to know about smart contracts and provable solution in just one go. So yeah, hoping to have some great builds in Eternals.
Yeah.
Just like form a DAO with it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Piyush and Nandit, for such a fun workshop on NFTs. It was a pleasure hosting you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Stay in touch for all the cool swag kits you'll be giving to all the participants. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye.